another sort of writing video, more specifically talking about the NBA All-Star Game. Now I know, Jake Paul, you already did a video on the NBA All-Star Game, but this time we're doing the draft. Now, if you don't know, LeBron and Giannis will still be drafting their teams. I pretty much do this every single year. I'm just doing this sort of like a quick little easy video. LeBron will get the first pick of the starters. Giannis will get the first pick of the reserves. And we're just going to go, at least in my opinion, which we all know my opinion is dumb, stupid, wrong. It's whatever. But at least for me, I'm going to think about who LeBron will pick during his picks and who will Giannis pick during his picks. And I guess we'll see how close I can get. I have a little brand new button Sharpie here to use to do some writing sounds, and we'll see how much room I have left after doing the starters, and then we'll talk the reserves, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys do like the video. If you do like the video, comment down below you think should be the #1 pick, the first pick of the 2023 NBA All-Star Draft, and yeah, anything else you guys have to say down in the comments, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, here we have Team LeBron over here, which I'm, again, very sorry about the very bad handwriting over here, but that's, I guess, my fault. And we have Team Giannis on the right side. Now, what I'm going to do is put pick number 1 right here. LeBron James has the first pick because he is the leading vote getter of the entirety of the NBA All-Star Game, so big ups to LeBron for getting the most votes again. Who would have thought? He's very popular. Then Giannis will have the second pick. Then we're gonna go 3, 4, blah 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 blah. I'll see how many players I can fit on here, and then if not, we'll just talk about the reserves and other players that we don't have enough space for, but I'll try my best. So, the first pick, you only get to pick from the starters. The first 10 players, I'll say, you can only pick from the starters. So, the starters for, let's just go with the Western Conference first, because we're talking about LeBron, but LeBron can pick from any of the player pool. Luka Doncic, Lauri Markkanen, who is now a replacement for Zion Williamson. Big ups to Lauri Markkanen. John Morant, who is also a replacement for Steph Curry, and Nikola Jokic. Really good little set of guys there. Well, I guess technically it'd be 8 players because LeBron and Giannis already picked anyways. For the Eastern Conference, we have Joel Embiid, who is a replacement for Kevin Durant as a starter, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, and Jayson Tatum. Now I have to think, if I'm LeBron James, who am I picking with the #1 overall pick for an All-Star Game? Now, after, watching LeBron do this every single year, being Le GM, as people like to call him, I think I have a good idea of players that he likes to play with, and there's one player that he loves to play with, besides Anthony Davis. If AD was in a starting sort of position right now, he would probably pick AD first because he's his boy, but with the #1 overall pick, I think LeBron James picks up your boy Luka Doncic with the first overall pick. I'll just put Luka D. Maybe I can sneak another player here. That's what I'm trying to hope for. But yeah, Luka Doncic, #1 pick in the NBA All-Star Game draft. Luka Doncic this year is averaging 33 points, around 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Potentially the MVP. His team is only getting better now with Kyrie Irving. Yeah, I think Luka, even though he is sort of battling an injury on and off, I think obviously an NBA All-Star Game, you don't really have to worry about that. It's a guards game. He's going to have a chance to do that. Luka step back 3, a lot of fun passes and plays a lot like a LeBron James offensively, not defensively, like a prime LeBron, whatever you want to call him that, but great court vision, great for an All-Star Game. Loves playing with LeBron. LeBron loves playing with Luka. It's a match made in heaven, so I think the #1 pick, talent-wise as well, makes sense. Going with Luka. The second pick we have over here, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is known for previous years of doing the NBA All-Star Game draft to have also a preference, yeah, of players to choose. And I think you're going to be seeing it a lot in this NBA also having an MVP caliber season with Nikola Jokic. Nikola J. Nikola Jokic, yes, Jokic out there with another player from overseas. I think you're gonna guess the sort of team that Giannis is gonna be picking. I think he did it last time he was team captain. I think he's gonna do it again, picking a lot of foreign players. I think it's great. Obviously, the world team of the NBA is super stacked. Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic leading the way in that. So if LeBron wants to go big, pick up Nikola Jokic, I think Giannis will pick Luka, and vice versa. I think this is how it's gonna go. Now is where we get to the tough part, in my opinion. I have no idea after this what could even possibly happen. I can only really guess right now. Let's see. LeBron. So he has this guard, and you have LeBron. Oh man, he could go Kyrie Irving. He loves Kyrie, but even though Kyrie isn't a Laker, does he want to pick Kyrie? Man, I don't know. And obviously he doesn't need to pick Embiid because Giannis already has a big in himself and Jokic, so he doesn't need Embiid. So he can keep Embiid in his back pocket. He could pick up a forward, and I think that would be what I would do. But is that what LeBron's gonna do? Oh man. Knowing that he has Luka and LeBron James as LeBron James, maybe he wants to show that there in fact isn't any bad blood between him and Kyrie, plus having his teammate in Luka already. We're picking up Kyrie Irving. There should be a bigger space right here, but that's Kyrie Irving. Yeah, Kyrie, I think having his teammate with Luka will solidify maybe a more trusty, better backcourt. Maybe LeBron wants to sort of like, I don't know, tamper a little bit, maybe get as much less playing time with Luka and Kyrie on the same court together as possible. So maybe he lets Giannis take Kyrie. But I feel like there hopefully isn't bad blood between LeBron and Kyrie. Then you get the sort of chemistry of Luka and Kyrie in the backcourt already. Team's feeling good. The vibes are up. I think this is a good move. LeBron already knows how to win with Kyrie. They already have some previous history. Not bad, in my opinion. Not bad. Kyrie is also having a pretty decent season himself since being traded away from the Nets. On the Nets, the Nets were a title contender, before they blew it all up. But I think Kyrie's having a pretty good year. Okay, we have Giannis now, who definitely needs maybe some guard play. Not a lot of foreign players left on here. I mean, he could pick Lauri Markkanen, but in my opinion, he's probably gonna pick up a guard. A good one to pick up, which might be a sort of a player maybe Giannis likes because he's kind of a flashy, sort of, talkative player. He's kind of the talk of the town, definitely around the NBA. But it's always good to have a good guard who will make some good highlight plays. Maybe Giannis will like that. Going with Morant. Morant, next pick. Of course, definitely wish that this could be Steph Curry. Definitely would probably pick number 3. Actually, he would 100% be pick number 3 for sure. But with him being out, probably being the next best guard. No offense to Donovan Mitchell. I think this is definitely a good play for Giannis, picking up his point guard that he definitely is going to need to get the ball to Nikola, to get the ball to Giannis. And obviously, Nikola Jokic is pretty much a point guard in himself, so you don't need Ja to make some crazy plays. But he's going to make some crazy plays elsewhere, not passing the ball. Crazy hops. Great all-star game level of a competitor. He is really going to bring a lot of energy to an already super athletic Giannis Antetokounmpo with Nikola Jokic throwing some lobs. I like this already. Two sort of different dynamic teams getting played out right here. I actually like it a lot. Alright, next pick, number 5. Player number 5 here. Let me think. Again, you do not need to pick Embiid yet because you still already, you already have 2 picks already done for them. I think LeBron here probably knows he needs another forward to help him out. Since he's the only one else out there. I'm going to pick up, I'm assuming would pick up probably another MVP candidate in Jayson Tatum. Tatum, LeBron, both your forwards looking pretty good, very switchable, very athletic, very capable of guarding 1 through 4s. Jayson Tatum also having an MVP caliber season on one of the best teams in the NBA, averaging 30 points, about 9 rebounds, and about 5 assists. Leading, being a very good leader for the Boston Celtics, and definitely sort of overcoming a lot of shortcomings that a lot of people sort of gave him crap for in the past. Really liking Jayson Tatum this year. Number 6. What are you going to do here? So he doesn't need to pick up another guard because LeBron already has his guards. In my opinion, if Giannis was playing smart, he wouldn't do that. So he actually is going to pick up the other forward. And I think he's going to go with the hometown love here. The guy playing out of Utah with Lauri. Lauri Markkanen. Yes, Lauri Markkanen getting picked up. Not the last pick. Getting the foreign love from Giannis, being the other forward left that is available. I think this is probably a pretty good way how it's going to look out. Lauri Markkanen can definitely space the floor a lot, creating a lot of open space for Nikola Jokic to work the top of the paint, to get to the top of the key to sort of facilitate, or Giannis and Ja to run those lanes. I think that's going to look really good. Lauri Markkanen averaging 25 points, about 9 rebounds. Pretty much exactly what a power forward in today's NBA needs to do, especially when stretching the floor. So then that leaves the last 2 players at pick number 7. For Team LeBron, it is going to be Joel Embiid. Just the available big man that's around. Knowing Giannis, he might pick up Embiid just because, again, he is another foreign player, and Giannis does love doing that. But if it would make sense, this is how I think it would be making sense in my head. Joel Embiid, thankfully, is starting. Sorry to Kevin Durant, but man, Joel Embiid definitely deserved to start in this year's All-Star game. Having a dominant year, was leading the NBA in scoring for quite some time. He's just having a great year. And that leaves the last pick to, no offense to the new kid, kind of ish on the block, but still having some All-Star games under his belt, with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan is good. Obviously, besides Luka and Kyrie, Donovan's probably the next guy there. With Ja, you can sort of have an argument there, but Donovan Mitchell's also sort of having a good, maybe even an MVP conversation type of year. Averaging 27 points, 4 rebounds, and about 5 assists. Looking really good for the Cleveland Cavaliers, really making them a sort of like a dark horse to at least make it to the finals. Maybe they win it all. I don't know. But this is pretty good. So you have 2 guards, 2 forwards, and both your bigs. This is, at least in my head, what would make sense. Especially if after the first couple picks go, kind of how I see it would shape up. Now, obviously, without this, if this was, if Curry was here, Curry would probably be here, then probably Kyrie would be here, then maybe you switch up some other picks here and there, but I think this is, at least in my head, this makes sense. Now we're going to the reserves. Now, it snakes here a little bit, so now Giannis gets the first pick of the reserves here, which is a very nice thing to have, to be honest, because the reserves this year are pretty darn spicy. You have, I don't know if I read this off or not. If I did, sorry, but for the Eastern Conference, you have Kevin Durant, who I guess not technically there anymore because he's a Phoenix Sun and also he's injured, but you have Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Tyrese Haliburton, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, and Pascal Siakam. Then for the West, you have Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, Paul George, SGA, Jaren Jackson Jr., Damian Lillard, and Domantas Sabonis. I actually have no idea who Giannis would pick first. Now, before, Embiid was easily the best player of the reserves. Now, I actually don't know if there is just a clear-cut number 1. Dame will look really good here, but does Giannis still continue his role as just wanting to play with the other overseas players? And knowing what Giannis did a previous time he did the draft, that's what he really did. So you know what? I'm going for a doozy here. I think he's going to pick maybe a doozy himself. I think he might go a dark horse with his first pick. Yes, you're not seeing this wrong. Siakam, first pick off the reserves. A player that's overseas, a player that's having a dominant season on a not-so-great team, averaging 25, 8, and 6. Almost a triple-double, probably Siakam's best season as a single player. In my opinion, very deserving of an all-star this year, and is also a foreign player, not from the U.S. So Giannis loves that. Good player. Is going to bring obviously some length to this already insanely lengthy team, but also more athleticism with this team to add with Pascal, Donovan, Ja, and Giannis. That's a good pick, in my opinion. Really good. It makes sense in my head now. Could he go with like a Domantas Sabonis? That is a possibility, but I think he's gonna pick at least one of the foreign off-the-bench players. Going back to Team LeBron, and LeBron is definitely a guy who likes to pick players that he likes. That's a no-duh. LeBron picks players that he likes. Out of the reserves, he has a player here that he has picked almost every time, or maybe even every time he's been a captain for a team, and has tried to recruit him in the past. Team LeBron picking up for his first pick off the bench, and Damian Lillard. And in my opinion, maybe the best player right now off the bench, averaging 31 points, 4 rebounds, and almost 8 assists. Damian Lillard, not a great year, just like Pascal Siakam, but by himself having one of his best years, just like Pascal Siakam. What more can I say? Y'all already know how I feel about Dame. I think it makes sense. A player that he loves, a player that can play next to Luka when Kyrie's out, or even vice versa, can play with any of these guys and make a team look really good, or even he could be the first pick off the reserves. Wouldn't surprise me. Alrighty, so I think now, since I don't want this video to go on for like 40 minutes plus, I might just do like a little speed round now. So these are at least the starters in the first pick of the reserves for both teams. So I think that's a good stopping point. Now, I think there's going to be a handful of more picks. So right now, this is going to be pick number 11 for Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam for Team Giannis, not Team Pascal. Let's see, they definitely need more guard play on this team, some 3-point shooting as well, but maybe just some more guard play in general. I think Team Giannis still technically going with his foreign, not Team USA, Team World sort of team, picking up SGA as his backup guard, putting some length on the court to guard guys like Kyrie and Dame, giving them a lot of trouble even in the regular season. SGA having a great season by himself, averaging 31, 5, and 6. Dude can pretty much do anything against anyone. Definitely the future point guard sort of build of the NBA. Going back here with pick number 12. I think, man, if I am LeBron, I definitely need some help against guys like Nikola Jokic, like Giannis. I don't want Joel Embiid to be the only guy out there. No offense to Domantas Sabonis, not the greatest defender. Picking up a defensive player actually for Team LeBron, and Bam Adebayo, yes. Bam Adebayo out there when LeBron is out or Joel Embiid is out can help sort of protect the paint in an NBA All-Star game, whatever that means, but help enough against guys like Giannis, Nikola Jokic, even sort of protect the paint from dunking guys like Ja, Pascal Siakam, Donovan Mitchell. Can at least help control the paint as much as you can in an NBA All-Star game. Going back to Team Giannis, just picking up SGA. His team definitely needs some more forward positions that can be a little bit more flexible to guard guys like LeBron and Jayson Tatum. So, I mean, again, I don't know if Giannis will do this, but if I was Giannis, I would do this. Pick up Paul George, a guy who's, obviously guarded guys like LeBron and Jayson Tatum for obviously many years of guarding LeBron, but now with Jayson Tatum out there, Paul George, a great shooting, can stretch the floor again like Lauri Markkanen being out there, but it can also be a very athletic player, good veteran, a guy who can sort of make sure everyone sort of gets corralled in there and really knows what they're doing. Paul George for Team Giannis, not a foreign player, very sorry, I know. Next up, Team LeBron having Damian Lillard and also Bam Adebayo. Do I go with some more offense? Do I go with a little bit of defense? Oh, that's tough. Gonna pick up another guard who can sort of do it all. sort of help out, sort of control these sort of crazy athletes like Donovan Mitchell, and SGA, picking up Jaylen Brown for Team LeBron. Jaylen Brown, also teammate here, teammate there, looking pretty good. Wannabe teammate between LeBron and Dame. Jaylen Brown averaging 27, 7, and 3. Team chemistry-wise, amazing. Another guy who can do it all, stretch the floor, very athletic, looking pretty good there for Team LeBron. Maybe we could pick up an extra big, just in case, you know, guys like Pascal, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis want to stay out a little bit. And I think he will pick up his other sort of world team guy, world team brother. Gonna go with Domantas Sabonis over here. Domantas Sabonis, not the craziest numbers, only averaging 19 and 12, which is a pretty great stat line if you're thinking about it. Also averaging, guess what, 7 assists. Crazy what he's doing there in Sacramento. Even just the Kings in general are looking pretty insane. Mostly because of the carry of Domantas Sabonis, looking very good over there. Picking Domantas Sabonis for the world team over here. Going back to Team LeBron. Let's see, we have guard. We have a lot of guards already from Team LeBron. I have Bam and his teammate with Jaylen Brown for Tatum. I think getting an athletic freak on this team is what this team is actually looking for. I mean, you know, Jayson Tatum is a pretty good athlete, Bam is a pretty good athlete, Jaylen Brown is too, I guess, but getting a really good athlete, someone who can sort of match the highlight reels of John Morant. Gonna pick up Anthony Edwards here for Team LeBron, very young player. First All-Star appearance. He is a replacement, but he's averaging a good season right now, trying to keep this Minnesota Timberwolves team afloat. Averaging 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists. If you're looking for some freak athleticism, that's the guy that LeBron can put in there just to shake things up a little bit, give it some different looks. Besides having a lot of finesse players like Dame, Luka, Kyrie, more finesse guys, you could put Anthony Edwards in there to sort of shake things up. Looking pretty good. Back over here for Team Giannis with guys like SGA off the bench as well as Domantas Sabonis. What else does this team really need? Maybe some more forward play, I think could be good. I'm going to pick up DeMar DeRozan for Team Giannis. Just another forward, 6'7", DeMar DeRozan, Chicago Bulls, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, pretty good numbers. Not going to give you the 3-point shooting that you maybe are looking for, but adding just another forward, another bigger body alongside Pascal Siakam just to help out a little bit more with the forwards like with Laurie and Paul George. Not a bad move. Going back to Team LeBron. LeBron for bigs has Joel Embiid, Bam Adebayo, and that is it. I guess himself, but that's not even a big body now. And I think what I'm going to do for Team LeBron is give them one last big body. That's the last big body I'm going to give LeBron. Going with another defensive big. Who would have thought Team LeBron sort of scheming around trying to stop Giannis and Jokic and people getting easy points. Going with maybe a defensive player of the year candidate with Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J, averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, and I think he's averaging almost about 2 blocks a game or even more than that. Definitely a defensive player of the year candidate, holding down the defense on a very good Memphis Grizzlies team. I think that makes a bunch of sense. Putting the last big on Team LeBron, so they have Jaren, Bam, Joel, and I guess LeBron, if you want to call him a big as well. That's a very good 4 stacked players of, you know, 2 very nice finesse players. Obviously, Joel Embiid plays a lot more defense than what we sort of give him credit to, and then 2 sort of defensive stoppers. Again, it's the All-Star game, so who knows? But that's a good little piece there. Going back to Team Giannis, I think Giannis could use a little bit more perimeter play. I know we have SGA now, but I think having another sort of perimeter player could really help out a lot. I'm going to make sure he gets Tyrese Halliburton, averaging 20 points and 10 assists, having another amazing playmaker out there. So when Jaw's not out there, maybe even Jokic not really, having another true point guard, not calling SGA not a true point guard, but having a guy there who can really facilitate the ball, it's going to be super important. And get this, also averaging 40% from 3. Beautiful. Gonna match the team scheme extremely well. Tyrese Halliburton not gonna be the last pick of the draft, at least in my eyes. Team LeBron, we have 3 players left. I think we have De'Aaron, Drew, and Julius Randle. there's already so many guards, man. There's so many guards being played. Let's get another offensive guy for Team LeBron. Let's get De'Aaron Fox on Team LeBron. We already have Anthony Edwards, who's an athletic freak. Let's get De'Aaron Fox to sort of match that energy. Just, again, a guy who can get up and down the court faster than probably anyone in the NBA. Throw some crazy lobs, get some crazy dunks. Matching the highlight film fest that John Morant can put on. Putting that on Team LeBron. Team Giannis, picking between Julius Randle and Drew Holiday. Obviously, Drew Holiday is a great defender, but you know the All-Star game isn't known for just defense. And then Julius Randle kind of having a reprised role in today's NBA, finally getting back to sort of the All-NBA status as he was a couple years ago. I'm going to give him the nod. I'm going to go Julius Randle, getting Giannis's last spot, just another big. Team Giannis is looking pretty mighty. At the bigs, they have Julius, Nikola, Giannis, Pascal, and Domantas Sabonis. That's a pretty stacked sort of big team. And then LeBron getting the last pick of the draft, getting Drew Holiday, another guard. So Team LeBron, guard heavy. Team Giannis, big heavy. Team Giannis, very athletic with Ja, Donovan, Pascal, SGA, Tyrese Halliburton, very flashy, very up and up. LeBron, a lot of finesse with himself. Luka, Kyrie, Dame, Joel Embiid, even Tatum is a pretty finesse player as well. But still some guys off the bench like Anthony Edwards and De'Aaron Fox that can get the ball up and down the court. Even Jaylen Brown is a great athlete as well. So we got a good mixture on Team LeBron. Giannis having a more scheme. Giannis getting sort of the world team that he loves to play with every time he does a draft. And LeBron getting the players that he really likes and really likes to play with. This kind of makes sense to me. This was so much fun, guys. I really cannot wait to watch the NBA All-Star Game this weekend. Gonna be watching a lot of it in Vegas, at least Friday night, which is always a great night when doing, I think, isn't it the world and the U.S. team, I think it is, between the rookies and the sophomores, or is it just the rookie-sophomore game now? I remember, but Friday night should be a lot of fun. I'll be watching that in Las Vegas. I'm making a lot of content for you guys, so hopefully you guys are enjoying those videos if you've seen one or two already by now, which is great. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I love ya. Make sure you comment down below who you think are gonna be picked where, what players you want to see teamed up with who. I think that could be a pretty cool idea. And yeah, I love ya. I'll see you later.